How's it going, everybody, and welcome to another ride along with RONIN 47R. This one's going to be a pretty cool video. This one's about the KanJPz. And for short, it's the KanJPz. You know, I've been playing some games in it, just a couple. I probably have less than 30. I'll check. And these are the types of games I was getting into. I don't know. It just wasn't working out for me. I mean, it was good enough for me to complete the op. I literally just played it just enough to finish the op that comes with it when you purchase it. It just wasn't doing it for me, and I really didn't pay much attention to it, and it just felt a little boatish. It just didn't feel... I guess I wanted it to be the E25. The only thing that was kind of a saving grace was I loved how this guy tried to ram me, and so I pulled back, hoping that he would, you know, be sucked in with me and not have the resistance. Anyway, so he dies. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the game that you came to see. And in this game, as the title shows that I posted on YouTube, this was over 7,000 damage combined. I don't even know what to tell you. So I'm giving you the punchline ahead of time. And the only thing I can tell you is that, you know, I just wanted to have a relaxing game. I literally just didn't even worry about it. I mean, I tried, you know, it's not like I'm throwing away the tank. But I just said to myself, hey, you know what? This thing is super set up for, I mean, I really set this thing up for absolute stealth, and I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm going to really sit back and just let things happen. Because what I've noticed is that, and I'm not even talking with operations, if I do a mediocre job and come in the middle of the map, middle of the scale there, of the players at the end of the game, I'm making 50, 60, 70, 80,000 silver. So the way I figure it is whatever, just hang out and have a good time and play to its strengths. This has a 360 degree, it's not 360 degree, it has a 360 meter view range. And I have the binoc set up there, and it has a better camouflage rating than the Borsig. And, you know, of course, being at a tier 8, you just kind of think about who its peers are. Got the camo net thrown on there. I mean, I even got rid of the GLD and the gun rammer, and I was playing really aggressive with this. But I've really flipped the script on it. And I'm just practicing hanging out. Just do the relaxing thing here. And I figured I'd just have a decent game, and whatever happens, happens. So, with this particular tank, you don't want to get hit. And you're gonna, with the binoculars, you're gonna get a 450 meter by yourself view range. So I'm taking advantage of it, and it has some pretty decent, you know, 260-ish. It seems like that it's been thrown out with of damage. Has some pretty good accuracy. I mean, that was 217. Has a pretty decent reload, and all I'm running is, you know, the chocolate and the vents. And you can see there, it's doing its job. I mean, it's doing a better job than I'm doing. Pretty good reload. Seeing these heavy tanks coming down, letting my guys do the spotting and do the lineman thing. And I'm incrementally just getting pen after pen. I mean, there's lots of bounces there, some Hail Marys. The ammunition is not expensive. Premium, of course, is, which is a heat round, interestingly enough. I think that was 217, maybe, I don't know, 21 something, 230. So you're kind of getting an idea of how fast it reloads, its accuracy, its damage. The gun handling is very, very good as far as getting it on target. Yeah, a little bit of a gun depression challenge, but nothing too crazy. And just think of it as a fatter E25. So I'm switching over to heat because I have this T28 prototype. And he was, you know, his angle and everything, it was just really hard for me to pen him, but I'm just going to throw everything out there. I don't even care. You know, this thing just seems to make pretty decent cash. And it's not a review, so I didn't look up all the stats and whatnot, but what's nice is on the KanJPz, I said sorry to that guy for bumping into I felt so bad. But they now have the silver and experience bonuses publicly displayed, which is really nice. Here you go. jumping over. I need the gun depression, so I go forward a little bit, and I'm not going to stick around for it. And so far, I haven't even been hit once. You get a few lucky bounces once in a while. Forget trying to, pin the freedom. Give a Hail Mary to this guy. It bounced. I'm out of here. So this is another thing with this tank that I have been really concentrating and changing my mind about, and that is, and you should do it with any tank. You got to really cut your losses, and especially with this guy who has really, really nice speed, he can reposition, he can fall back, and really well. And that line was falling where my heavies were. Get out of there. The more you can put your gun into play, the more you can keep your gun running. You want that thing shooting and reloading, shooting and reloading. You're going to have a really good game. I mean, you're going to help out your team, obviously, but you're going to have a really good game. Now, notice the stealth. I'm not being spotted. The TD behind me, he got popped. And, I will get sixth sensed, but for the most part, if I'm playing smart, I can really get out of there. So I continually reposition and try to use the whole camouflage value deal. I mean, I can go into my crew, but this is really my best crew, my German tank destroyer ninja crew. Has everything on a wish list that you'd want. And I mean, look at the 10-7. We're pushed back. Everyone's camping. Okay, I'll be nice. Everyone is in a very defensive position, and it makes sense to be in that situation. This game we should lose this game. So let's try to make the most of it, right? Not penning that Tiger 2 way off in the distance. You can see I switched to heat. It's yellow, so I'm not too confident. Got 240 though. Now this is the kill zone that I wanted folks to jump into. So here we are. And I kept it on heat just because I just didn't want to switch with the reload. I'm thinking whatever. Plus I only had 3 rounds anyway, and I'm going to end up using them, I'm sure. I mean, I'm using a lot of rounds. Just couldn't get this AT-15. Just couldn't get him in the sweet spots. Look at that. Shell after shell. I think it's like $4,000 for those premium shells. Look at that. You'd think that would have been a good hit too, but I'm just so frustrated. Okay, so he's dead. Switching it over. And just for the fun of it, because I feel like I had time, and I just wanted to get rid of them because I was so low on shells. Let's use everything. I was going to throw some HEs out there, right? That wasn't working either. Now I'm back to my premium, or my AP. Oh, a new guest comes down. That's fine. So all of a sudden, now it's 10-11. Now it's 11-11. Huh. I'm getting spotted. I have to reposition. Now I'm full on detected, so I figured I'd go forward, and as you go forward, I go down the hill, and that would have been the best thing, because going backwards uphill is kind of dumb. But look how fast I can just reposition. I'm not sixth sensed. Remember, this has better camouflage than the Borsig. You're looking at 403 meters. I do have a 450. There you go. See that? I have a 450 meter view range, and he was visible at 412 meters after my binocs came up. So I'm switching to heat. I mean, I've got nothing to lose, and we really got to get these guns out of the game. We only have 3 tanks left. And they have 3 heavies and a TD, and we don't know where any of them are except for the 1 TD. And we do see some shells flying from my left, but we'll deal with that later. I am not sixth sensed. I'm not spotted. 236. And so over and over again, this guy, and what's nice too is not only am I killing him, but I really took him out of the fight because he was trying to get out of there. So still not sixth sense, but I need to get a little closer to the kill zone, or what I anticipate as being the kill zone. I'm not exactly behind the bushes. I don't really care. I just felt comfortable where I was. So it's what, 390, I think? So well within my my range. I'm telling these guys, look, we have to stay in this position. When I say defend this position, I mean we really, literally need to do the Alamo thing. We've got 3 tanks, heavies, unknown status of health, unknown location. I'm down to 1 AP, 10 heat rounds, and 3 HE. So what's cool is the TD, he's pretty much staying in position, which is smart, thank goodness. And the heavy tank, I was kind of indifferent whether he stayed in position or not, because I did have the view range. Maybe he can snipe because he was lower on health, but whatever. I mean, if he wants to go start snooping around, that's fine. So at least he's not running off doing his own thing. So thank goodness. I'm okay with that. So we have a Tiger 1 floating around. We have an M6 floating around. And I do not recall the other one. I think it's a T-32 maybe? So this is what I mean. Look, I'm just being patient. I mean, look how long I just sit here. Some would say that's boring. Some would say, well, I'm just going to go run off or whatever. I figured, look, the position that we're in, I told him I'd cover him. He's trusting me to cross the flats. Now is not the time to let him down. That's just bad mojo. I have the view range. He can be a distraction. It's a win-win all around. The speed in this tank, I figured, hey, you know what? You know, worst comes to worst. We still have some time where I can start doing some scouting. We're not dead in the water yet. I mean, we came back, I would say, but it's even, you know, and it can go either way. I don't know. So he's repositioned. And he's not... Oh, and here we go. We have a customer. There's the T-32, and he has a lot of health. He does not see me. What is that, 190? Tiger 2. Boom, 218. I figured, nah. Now he's taking a blind fire at me. He didn't see me, so I wasn't too concerned, but I did reposition just a tad. Boom, 256. Got hit for 224 by my friend. 190. And here we go. Here we go. Boom. One big tank out. T-32. He's down to health and he's tracked. Reload speed is not too shabby. And again, I don't have anything benefiting that other than a sweet crew. Boom. That is the end of the game in a lot of ways because it could be a draw. I have 3 minutes and, you know, almost just the 4 minutes to really DD. And look at this. Look at the speed in which I'm going. What is that, 60-something kilometers per hour? So in 3 minutes and something seconds, I have the time to locate one tier 6 tank. I don't really think I'm going to cap. Let's destroy this guy. I'm not paying attention to how many kills or pens or anything that I have. I literally was just playing the game, relaxed, having a good time. It was exciting, but it was just chill, no pressure, especially since I had 100% health. So I figured, whatever, bonsai, you know. Oh, I got sighted and I spotted, and so look at this. And then he's not moving. And I'm thinking, what is he doing? So he's obviously AFK, or he's playing possum and thinking I will move on, right? Was that 300 and something points? I don't know. Well, here we go. Boom. 256 to finish off the M6. And there you go. So patience is the key. I really think this tank is really, really about patience. Do not be aggressive, except for when the time is right. And look at that. Almost 200,000 silver. Yes, I had some operations, but that wasn't it. I had a 1.5, so I had, you know, 0.5 times what I had there. And I got some sweet, sweet ribbons. You know, I mean, it was Christmas. It was a Christmas tree. 90%, and then here you go. Boom. What a game to finally get the M.O.E. on there. And, of course, a Top Gun. That was just the best way to get it. 5,256 points of damage. 6 tanks destroyed. 2,227 assisted damage points. You know, 25 pens. That's how I think this tank needs to be played. You can see some data there where I, you know, how much distance I drove and all that kind of fun stuff. But I mean, I shot 49 times, for crying out loud. So, you know, I really think the key to this, again, just to summarize, if you have this tank, first of all, you know, I guess it's the last day, or maybe it's gonna be pulled here, I think at midnight. But if you have this tank, be patient with it and really go the stealth route with it. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this this little video here of me getting my M.O.E. I'm very, very excited, man. Very, very cool. Some recaps on the damage. And I'll catch you guys on the battlefield. Now, where did my crew go off to? Oh, I see. There they are. Okay, girls, tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
You are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.